What's up everybody, it's Rafi from Zurb, and in this video I want to show you around the accordion component in Foundation. So the accordion is really useful for your content, being able to store large amounts of content in smaller spaces and then show and hide them as needed. So the accordion looks something like this, where you have these content sections where you can click on them and then they open and close and reveal more content. So if you get a super long page with a detailed section, maybe, but it's like sub content or secondary content, then accordion might be a useful place for that. Or maybe it's a side bar, or maybe like an aside that contains some tertiary content, but you still want it there, but you don't want it to take up too much space. So accordion is great for that. Now this is different than the accordion menu component, which is made specifically for navigations. This accordion is made to hold arbitrary types of content, whatever you decide that you need. Images, text, could have FAQs, could be all kinds of different things. So I'm going to show you how to set this up and how to manipulate it a little bit. So it all starts with a unordered list with a class of accordion. And this is set up with an unordered list. You can actually use divs instead if you want to. It's just whatever is easier for you. So the class of accordion is important, and the data-accordion JavaScript attribute, this tells the JavaScript that this is an accordion component. I want you to behave like one. And then inside of that, we have our list items. So accordion item is one of the classes, and this is your individual accordion item. So each accordion that can open and close gets an accordion item class. And then inside of that, we have an anchor tag with the accordion title. So that actually makes up this accordion title section over here that I'm showing you on the right. That is this entire section. And this is what creates the click event to open and close the accordion. So you want to make sure you have that anchor tag with accordion title class. And then inside also there's this div of the class of accordion content. This is your accordion content body. So that's the body here that's holding this text. So that's what you need to create a single accordion. We can duplicate this multiple times, and notice that a couple things are happening. When I create more accordions, they're not starting off closed. They're all starting off open. Well, that is due to this isActive class. So this is something you can manually put onto an accordion if you want to, or you can use JavaScript to add it on as needed. This class controls what starts open and what starts closed. So if I remove the isActive class, let's say from the first two, you can see that they start in the closed or collapsed position. I can still close them and open them using or just clicking on them, closing and opening, but they're going to start off in the open position. Now you can see that the other accordions actually collapsed when one is open. And that's really to create focus on that one specific accordion. It would be confusing if you had 5 or 6 open at the same time and the user got lost where they were looking, what content they were supposed to look at. So for that purpose, it defaults to having one open at a time. So when you click on another one, it's going to know that it has other accordions to close. It'll close them and then open the one that you clicked on. So this is a great pattern to start off with right off the bat. So you can just copy and paste this out of the docs. All you need to know is that the isActive class controls which ones default open. Now, we can also control this behavior that I just described with data attributes. So if we go back to the documentation page and we scroll down to the very bottom, you could see that, okay, there's SAS variables here that if you're using the SAS version, you can quickly theme these accordions to look any way you want. You could also use the mixins to write these classes semantically. So again, you can use any kind of tag you want, like a div, and you can even use your own custom classes. But what we're going to look at right now is the plugin options. So if we go to the JavaScript reference at the bottom here, we have some plugin options. So the important ones that you'll probably be using is data-multi-expand. So let's go ahead and copy that. We'll jump over here and we'll set this up on our accordion. So we want to set this up on the accordion wrapper or the accordion parent. So this is the UL with a class of accordion in this case. So data-multi-expand, we'll set that equals to true. So now this is going to allow multiple accordions to be open at the same time. So this is how you can override that default behavior where it'll close the other accordions and only open the one that the person clicks on. So that's how you can override that too. And then there's also another one here, which is data-allow all closed. So this allows all the accordion all the accordions to be closed if that's what the user wants or if that's what you want for your content. And so if I set that to true, now all the accordions can be collapsed at the same time. I don't have to have one open at least. So you can see how I can manipulate the content really quickly with these JavaScript data attributes. I don't even have to write any JavaScript, which is kind of fast and nice sometimes. So, and then there's one more that's data-slide speed, so I can change the amount of time it takes to open and close those accordions. So that animation speed is controlled with data-slide speed. Now this component is really easy to style. So I showed you that there are Sass variables. If you're just using CSS or if you want to just quickly style it in CSS, it is super easy. That's why these classes exist here. So the accordion title itself, let's say we want to add a background, and let's say background light gray. Okay, and then let's change that color to black. So these classes exist here, so you can easily theme this accordion to look any way you want, and it's just super easy and quick. You don't have to find a bunch of nested classes and tons of selectors. It's just one class, boom, styled, ready to go. So this is the accordion component in Foundation. Again, not to be confused with accordion menu. They are different components, different use cases. And we're teaching a lot more than just this in our Intro to Foundation class. You can learn about all the Foundation components. If you check out our Intro to Foundation class, I'll put the link below. And thank you for watching.